everyone, welcome back. This is on this week's episode of Yoga Snacks. We have a quick, less than 10-minute energizing yoga flow. Let's get started. I'll invite you today to begin by coming to child's pose, and you might choose to do that with a blanket under your knees or not. I always have a blanket handy for practice because I just like one nearby. You'd find your way in, big toes to touch, knees wide, and start to settle in here. You can let your hips a couple of times swag side to side, settle your sit bones toward your heels. And then you could explore crawling your fingertips away from you, coming up onto the tips of the fingers and putting some drag in the fingertips toward the knees. So you get a slight deepening of stretch underneath the armpits. And take a couple of deep breaths here. You let your hands travel one handprint or so closer to your knees now. And let your right arm thread under the left in a tadpole-like pose, a little bit of a child's pose twist. If it works to let your right ear rest on your upper arm, you could do that. Or just let your head hang. We're not here for long. You can explore crawling the left hand any amount more forward. And then unwind through center. Let the right hand extend and let the left arm travel under the right in a little bit of a twist. Take a couple deep breaths in and out. In another breath or two, unwind, let the left hand come to meet the right. And from here, you could find your way to tabletop, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We'll take a round or so of breath to just find some movement that feels natural and intuitive to you. So that maybe that you roll through some rounds of cat-cow. You could find some barrel rolls through the spine or some lateral shifts. Kind of take a moment here and feel into your body and how it's feeling right now in this moment. In another breath or so, settle towards still. And then from tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and find your way to downward facing dog. In down dog, allow your knees to pedal out, your chest to shift side to side. Feel into a lengthening action on the back of both legs. Take a big breath in, steady breath out, and then travel your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Find ragdoll forward fold. So it could be hands hanging toward the floor, connecting fingertips to opposite elbow creases. You might choose to be still here to take a little bit of a side-to-side sway. You release your fingertips back to the floor if your hands are bound. Walk your feet into touch. On an inhale, rise to stand, extended mountain pose. You look up. As you exhale, bow, forward fold. On your inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, step back to plank, high plank or kneeling. You can shift forward and lower, chaturanga, or all the way to the belly. Cobra or up dog as you breathe in. Down dog, empty out. On an inhale here, lift your right leg, three-legged dog. You bend your right knee, heel toward your seat and peel open, scorpion variation. Re-straighten your right leg, set your right foot in line with the left. On an inhale, lift your left leg, bend your left knee, heel to seat, peel open. You let your chest steer back toward the right knee. Re-straighten the left leg, set it in line with the right. On an inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Step or hop, top of your mat, halfway lift, forward fold. Come back to halfway lift, and this time we'll step the right foot to the back of the mat and land in a lunge. On your inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, hinge forward and twist to your left. So you'd be upright or hook, elbow to knee. Unwind back to center. Anchor into your left foot. Step the right foot to meet the left top of the mat. Chair pose, sit low, reach up. Take a couple good breaths here. And on your next breath out, forward fold. At halfway lift, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Land in a lunge as you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, hands to heart, twist to your right. Again, option to be upright or hook, an elbow to a knee. Unwind back to center, anchor to the right foot, step the left foot forward. Chair pose, reach up. Take 3 big breaths in through your nose and back out. Yeah, just like that, breathe in, breathe out. As you breathe out again, forward fold. And halfway lift, forward fold. On your inhale, rise all the way to stand, reach up, and then gather hands into heart center. Steady to your feet. Release hands by your sides, Tadasana. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth and empty. I hope this practice brought your energy up a little bit in the time that we had together. Again, my name is Kelly Villarreal. You can find more of this yoga snack content subscribing here to my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, on Connect to Calm, on Instagram at Kelly V Yoga. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.